So welcome to the next film, and this is all about grounding. I do get lots of people writing on this subject, asking questions and so on, so I thought I'd give a really thorough going over on this one. So my first comment is obviously I must have been a little bit ungrounded today, or at least not grounded enough, because when I fell and I knocked my head onto the stone of the stream, I had a really clear example how the universe will quite naturally provide you opportunities to ground you if you're not sufficiently grounded, so much gratitude for that. And just to broaden the theme out now, all the grounding activities are very much rooted in third dimensional reality, because that's what is our grounding. Our grounding is literally the ground, it's literally the earth. So the wonderful ways to ground is to go out into wild nature and be on the ground. Sit on the ground, take your shoes off where it's safe enough to do so, and walk on the ground. That's a wonderful thing to do. In more everyday terms, I think about being in the home and all the grounding things you can do in the home. And I pay a tribute to my mum here on this one, because my mum taught me about the grounding of washing up as a child. And I would come in from being outside, I'd say, my hands are cold, wash your dishes. My hands are dirty, wash your dishes. I'm bored, wash your dishes. Whatever I came up with as a child, wash your dishes was a universal panacea. And the act of involving yourself in a simple repetitive task like washing dishes, such a simple grounding thing that anybody can do. Cleaning a floor, particularly getting hold of a scrubbing brush or a cloth and actually really scrubbing the floor. And I think about Mr. Miyagi from those wonderful Karate Kid films of wax on, wax off, painting the fence. All these activities, they're so helpful because they are really grounding activities. So any form of cleaning the house, cleaning the car, cleaning the dishes, really useful. When I'm rubbing my skin with the flannel after I've had my water experience, I'm also grounding myself. These are all really useful things to do. So anything that involves your body becoming physically active in engaging with physical things is a really helpful way to ground. And we had a conversation a little while ago about meditation, and I made a very important point that if you're not grounded in meditation, you tend to fly off and you pretty much waste your opportunity or your possibility there. So grounding in meditation is a very useful thing to do, and there is a classic grounding pose which I'm pretty much in, where you've got your legs crossed, and if you put your hands on your knees and you're forming like this tripod shape, that's a very simple grounding posture to be in. Any form of deep breathing is also grounding, where you slow down the breath and you take deeper breaths, especially when you breathe from the abdomen, when you're expanding and contracting your abdomen as you breathe in and breathe out. These are all useful things to do to ground yourself. Not available to everyone, but to anyone who has a garden. When you get in the garden and you start digging the soil, or weeding, or preparing a seed bed and planting your seeds, these are all very, very useful ways to increase the grounding in your life. Working with wood when I make yurts, or when I coppice wood to make yurts, that's a grounding activity. Working with metal is also a grounding activity. So I have given you enough ideas to set your mind afire with all the possibilities that you can think of which I haven't mentioned, which you can engage in to ground. And to finish, I just want to say that for someone like myself, a shaman that does lots of shamanic journeys, it's very important that I ground myself on a daily basis. Very, very helpful.